So I'm live on TikTok. Well, and I'm live on YouTube. Okay? How do you say it? إذا التليفون مالتي دق إذا ما تسمع بس شيليه يعني عرفت شلون؟ بس عندي أحط إيش؟ Oh, that's what I'm doing. This one, right? Yeah. Just be careful not to say words because it's gonna.
Hello, how you doing today? My name is John Haddad. I have a situation. I'm looking for a civil lawyer. Can you please give me a call? My phone number is. Hold on, let me give you my phone number. My new number is 540-618-0840. Again, the phone number is 540-618-0840. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hello.
This is the evidence of freedom.
What is it?
It's all my stuff that I had before I got locked up. They thought I had a gray jacket in there, and I was wearing a green jacket. So they lied on the stand and switched it up and said, "Oh, he was wearing a green jacket." I'm sorry.
Wow.
You know, they switched it up. It's a lie.
Lie. They lie.
Yeah.
They are
But
lying.
because we some in this as evidence.
Yeah.
You know, they looked in it and saw there was no jacket. That was evidence that freed me.
Wow. You can sue them.
Yeah.
Sue them.
Yeah.
So they learn their lesson. They don't abuse and bother
That's nice.
people. Yeah.
God bless.
Yep. God bless you. زمن النفاق احنا. نحن بزمن النفاق. احنا بزمن النفاق. سامعين صوتي؟ اوكي سو خل اجيب السماعة مدام عمار حاطة لايف. وأقعد احكي. عموري مطفية.
Now it's on.
اوكي. يا الله. هلو هلو.
Just 1 second.
اوكي. حارة كلش حارة.
I know.
تشوي. اوكي. قولي خلي وفرت السبيكر. ماني ما اسمع اذا انت تحكيني يعني. اوكي طفي سمع باللايف حبيبي. يلا باي. خابرت على الله ويا ترى كده بس.
Just right now.
يلا باي. خلي اجرب اشوف. الف هلو. هلو هلو. هلو هلو واحد. هلو. خاف منها مطفي رمان. كلش حارة الدنيا. وقف وقف.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, hello. Yeah. اوكي شلون نقرا هذني المسجات اللي باللايف؟
You can read it.
لازم انت تقعد وتشوف شنو يكتبون وتردوا اني احكي.
Mother, I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing. You can read it.
اوكي. أنا اليوم أريد أحكي هواية. And I will speak in Arabic if there is Arabic people. And I want to speak in English also. So everybody knows what's going on. Arabic, English. I will try my best to send my message to the world, to let them know what's going on here in this jail, Prince William County. There are criminals inside this jail. Criminal inside this jail. They beat people, they torture people, they take their rights. They take their rights, okay? My son, they create a problem for him, so they punish him. Punish him 60 days, 100 days, jail inside jail. Can you imagine? Someone sits 1 year solitary confinement. 1 year in a small place, cannot move, and on top of it, they close the small window he has. They close it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine officer come to his cell and beat him inside his cell while he's sleeping? What is the humanity? What is the humanity? What is the human rights? What is the feeling? What is the conscience? They took him. They took my son. They abducted him. They went to my home and issue warrant. Issue warrant based on false reports. They issue warrant and they took him to the jail. Now, 1 year sitting in solitary confinement. يعني زنزانة انفرادية سنة كاملة، سنة وشوية بعد، يعني حصل سنة وشهر. يعني من أبريل إحنا الآن مي on April 7, 2003 they took my son MUSTAFA ALJAZAIRI based on false reports. They took him and they put him in this jail, Manassas Adult Attention Center. So from that day, he was an accident. He was taken by helicopter to the hospital. He was in coma. They took him after checking him, checking his body, the DUI. There was nothing. He was clear. Okay?
What's up, brother?
Then they released him.
We'll be camping
Well,
out here for 13 days.
During that time,
We just got the pictures
while he was in the
from when they did to my brother
hospital,
on this side.
they called
correction
us.
officer
We
beat
received
him
call
up. They were
saying your son had an
Omar.
accident and he is in the hospital, Fairfax Hospital. It was Ramadan. We were like breaking our fast. So I went to the hospital. When the police saw me, the investigator, the crash investigator, when he saw me, he was hating on me. I wanted to know why. I didn't know why he was hating on me. I was asking, like, it's normal. I want to see my son. What's going on with my son? What's going on with my son? Can you please tell me what's going on with my son? I was crying. I want to know about him. So they didn't allow me to know. Can you fix the? Can you fix it? Because I want the world to know what's going on. Can you fix? There is no sound. It was. I don't know why. It was working. Can you ask Ammar?
They're talking to me right now.
I'm telling the story.
Is it shut off?
I'm telling my stuff.
They shut off?
Yeah, I didn't touch anything.
You get it. You know where to shut it off.
Can you hear me? Okay. So, as I said, I went to the hospital and I wanted to check on my son, what's going on with my son. And the police officer was hating on me. I don't know why. I didn't know. I didn't think about anything. Why he's hating on me? Every time I ask about my son, they want to kick me out. They want to kick me out. And then I was sitting patiently until they released Mustafa. Mustafa, God saved his life. He was in coma. He died in that accident. And the people were with him, his fiancée and her daughter, 5 years old.
What happened?
They took him by ambulance. So they took the baby by ambulance to the same hospital they transferred Mustafa. But they took the baby by ambulance, but Mustafa, they took him by helicopter. Question mark, why they took that baby with the ambulance and Mustafa by helicopter? Okay. And they took the mom to other hospital. So Mustafa went home. After that, they released him. After 2 days, the crash investigator called us, called Mustafa, called his brother. His brother told Mustafa to answer him. So that investigator started to question Mustafa. My other son, Mohammed, he grabbed his phone and recorded the conversation. When he recorded,
I heard about Mustafa. He wants to say hello. You know how we don't
sorry.
Yeah. He just wanted to say.
Inshallah. Ya Allah, ya Allah. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Thank you. شكرا. Salam alaikum for coming. عموري ليش ما تشتغل هاي؟ تسولف قصة مالت مستي حتى توصل للورد كله. نحكيها شوية. We say it, okay? And I want the people to judge. I want the people to judge. We live in the United States. We live in this country. عموري ما يشتغل. خلاص.
Give me 2 seconds. Let me fix it.
Okay, حياتي. They took my son in this jail. They took him. Don't you have kids? Don't you have son? Don't you have kids? Don't you have family? Don't you? Aren't you mama?
Turn it on. Mom, turn it on. First of all.
Hello. Hello واحد. Hello اثنين. Hello. Okay. Let's continue the story and see what's going on here in this country. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's better, right?
Yeah. So, where were we? When that investigator called Mustafa, my son, and started talking to him, my other son, Mohammed, recorded the conversation between the investigator, Robert Drum, and my son, Mustafa Aljazairi.
Be careful about saying certain words
Yeah,
because it's gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. So, should I continue? I am an attorney for prisoner rights. Okay. I'm an attorney. Okay. So, I'm going to keep saying my son's story and explain what's going on with us in this country until someone right comes and solve it, take care of it. I'm sure there's a lot of good people and fair, and they don't like injustice. Okay, I'm sure. In the end, God will make us winner. We will win because we are right. Okay, and we are looking for justice. God is there. God is there. He will take care of us. He will take care of Mustafa. Yes. So that investigator, Robert Drum, Prince William County officer, crash investigator. When he called Mustafa, was asking Mustafa, for example, he was asking Mustafa, do you know what happened, Mustafa? Mustafa telling him, no, I don't know what happened. He write in his note, Mustafa indicated knows what happened. He knows what happened. That's what he put in his report. So he falsified the report. And then, as I mentioned, my other son brought recorded the whole conversation between Robert Drum and my son Mustafa Aljazairi. So he kept the record on side. All this is from God, not from anyone. God who led my son Mohammed to do this. Yeah. So after a while, the report came out, and then my son tried to compare between. So I didn't say like based on that report that Robert Drum wrote it, the falsified report. Based on that report, they came after Mustafa. They came to my home, knocked the door. Bunch of police officers took my son Mustafa Aljazairi. This was on April 7. After the accident, 2 days. The accident was on April 5. April 5th, they took my son on April 7, Mustafa. They took him. So, after a while, the report came out, and my son tried to compare between Robert Drum report and his record, Mohammed record, whatever he recorded. He recorded the conversation between Mustafa and the falsified report
Robert Drum. So then we found a lot of mistake that Robert Drum did in his report. Then my kids, Amar and Mohammed, went to the internal affair and complained. They complained about Robert Drum, about his falsified report. Okay. In the beginning, they didn't want to like take whatever my kids were complaining. But then when my kids show internal affair, show we have record of that conversation between Robert Drum and my son Mustafa Aljazairi. We have record. And then the internal affair answer said, okay, we're gonna investigate the situation. Now, when the accident occurred, the news, son Mustafa, he did it intentionally because of Robert Drum put in his report, Mustafa did it intentionally. But in the reality, he falsified my son Mustafa. Mustafa didn't do anything. It was only accident. It was only like regular accident. It's from God. Okay, accident like any accident, normal accident. He lost the control of his car. The brake had a problem. It was a problem with the brake. Okay, and we have evidence now. We have evidence that it was a problem with his car. Okay, even we have it from the mechanic also, letter indicating that car had a lot of problem. Okay, so then we went to the internal affair and he said, I'm going to investigate the case, the situation. After that, the result came, and result came that investigator, Robert Drum, did violated the rule, did mistake. So this is big mistake. When he wrote something else that my son didn't say it, this is big mistake. This is life. Life. His life is in 1 year torture in here in this jail. It's been 1 year because of the falsified report. Falsified report, they put him 1 year with torture. Like they beat him, they torture him, they call him in the jail in front of all inmates. They tell him the officer between each other making fun of him and calling him a killer. Okay, I don't want to say this name maybe. Okay. So, like after 1 year with torture. That's how Mustafa lived. He is suffering, and we suffer. His family is suffering. One of my kids got sick. My daughter got sick because of her brother's situation. She's suffering for her brother. Okay. So Robert Drum did falsify my son report. Based on that, they put Mustafa in jail. They took him. They had reason to come to our home and take Mustafa by that falsified report. Now, then later, when they found out about this was falsified and their officer did mistake, by the law, shouldn't they come and release Mustafa and apologize to him and apologize to us? Shouldn't they apologize to us? They mess with our reputation. They mess with our reputation. We are family. We are family. We have a reputation. Okay? We are educated people. We work very hard in our life. So, how come they mess people's reputation like that? They put it in the news. Okay? This is not fair. This is not fair. We live in United States. Okay? They play with people like that. What do they think? Who are they? Who are they to play with our dignity? But you know what? We know ourselves. No one can push us down. We know who we are. And you know who we are. You know who we are. Yeah. So they should apologize to us. They should apologize to Mustafa and send him home. Okay? But instead they allow this corruption officer to beat my son, torture him, to beat him. After 1 month from the accident, they tortured Mustafa while he is in jail. It was on May 24, they came to his cell and start beating him. 10 corruption officer, very fat, huge, large, 10 of them. And he is tiny. They came to his into his cell and they start beating him like hater. Like they are hater like that. They beat him. They naked him. They took picture while he's naked. They sexually assaulted him.
Mom, you can't say that word. You're going to shut down my life.
What is it? What is the
You
word?
have to say SA.
Oh, okay.
You're going to shut down the life.
Okay. So they beat him. Okay. And they took picture. I don't know what is this picture. They took where did they take, like, to who they took it? That means there is something like personal in here. Maybe someone paid them, to take picture, Mustafa's picture, to show that whoever paid them, I'm sure someone paid them by taking picture for my son, my son while he's naked. That means there is something behind hating. Personal issue. Okay? I don't know. I know this is just in third world. This happened. Maybe third world got it from here. Yeah. So they beat him. They assaulted him. They put him in cold, naked, 3 days. 3 days suffering. They put him in place full of feces, dirty, blood, and he was bleeding. He was bleeding from the beat. Okay, I was calling because it was 3 days I did not hear from Mustafa. I was suffering. I don't know where to go, what to do. Then I called. Will take him in the bond. They take him out. They may drop the case because he doesn't have anything like.